Hi everyone, this is Tim Riley with Angel Tarot Readings by Tim. Thank you for joining me. This is going to be our weekly Angel Oracle Tarot forecast for the week of Monday, July 30th through Sunday, August 5th. And this week we are going to be working with the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can find my information at timothyriley.biz and also timothyriley444@gmail.com if you wish to email me. I've already laid the cards out for the week, so let's go ahead and get us started here. Now, the central theme with what we have here is the Nine of Wands. And this card here is really about not quite finalizing plans just yet. This is saying that we've got some work ahead of us for this week. I feel really good about last week. It was a little bit challenging. I kind of felt that we were going to have that. Um, we had that Five of Wand energy, still that fire energy from last week moving into this week. And the Five of Wands was about obstacles and challenges and kind of working through that. Other people's plans that we may have had to either go against the grain in some cases or really selling our ideas and beliefs and butting heads in some instances. But this one is almost a card of spiritual strength. It's a lot of energy where this is saying, and it's encouraging us that tapping into your inner strength to really complete what you've been working on. So don't give up this week. And you can see that message really by the beautiful flowers that are illustrated with this card, but also that sun that's in the background. This is saying, don't give up. You're almost finished. So it reminds us to be courageous and to be disciplined and really persistent in our pursuits. Now, you might be feeling a little bit run down, but this is saying that it's really not the time to give up just yet. This is almost like the card for the darkest hour right before the dawn. Don't give up. The miracle is right around the corner. This is also saying to believe in yourself and also that you've got a lot more inner power and stamina that you may not give yourself credit for. So keep moving forward. And whatever situation that you are maneuvering through for this week, this is saying to really keep moving forward, being prepared. And yes, some things might be challenging, but success will be coming your way if you plan your work and work your plan. This is also the card of don't procrastinate. This is almost like taking a little breath, but then just moving right to the finish line here. So this is really the main theme for this week. And we've got above us and below us here, we've got the Fool card, which is about new beginnings. So we may have, a fresh start and perhaps maybe finalizing plans before taking that leap of faith. Because the Fool card is really about taking the leap of faith. It's really moving forward and experiencing, new situations and new life, a lot of new beginnings. So this is saying, really take a look at some plans. There could be some new things that may be occurring for us. And I almost feel like there will be a lot of new opportunity because one of the things that we're almost letting go of is this Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups has fours, when we're working with like the Four of Swords and the Four of Cups, the Four of Swords is really about resting and recuperating. And this card here, when we have the Four of Cups, oftentimes we might miss out on opportunities because, as you can see, this little boy here, he's sitting under this tree. It's almost like he's meditating. So we might want to meditate on some new ideas of what it is that we're trying to bring forward here for this week. The Four of Cups, as far as some of the things that we might need to really release and let go of is the feeling of discontent and boredom. It's saying that this is a time to reevaluate some of your plans. And if you're feeling bored or you're feeling stuck or if you're missing out on opportunities, they're saying that there's more than meets the eye with this card here. So you might be feeling emotionally restless, and it may be a time for you to really keep your eyes open to all of the possibilities. Now, over here, this is our other card for the beginning of the week, which is the Knight of Air. And the Knight of Air is very quick moving energy. Now, we've got a lot of creative energy, fire energy. And I'm going to tell you with what I'm seeing here, we've got the Knight of Wands, we have the Three of Wands, we've got, we do have some cup energy, we have some sword, and we do have some pentacle. But the main theme here, really, the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Wands. This again, it's good we've got some balance with all four of the suits, but we've got a lot of this wand energy, which is fire and creativity and movement. And, you know, with the Knight of Wands, it really is taking the plans that we have put together and really getting in charge with moving forward with those. Okay, the Knight of Wands energy is telling us that this is also a time to really act. You know, I feel like this could be a person that may be entering into your energy for this week, but it's really and this person really acts based on will and enthusiasm and passion. So if this isn't a person, I always look at it when I'm doing a reading for all of us, that yes, this might be an individual, but this is almost like the energy that we need to bring into this week for all of us. Whether this knight comes into our energy or not, I always look when I'm doing these readings for everyone here, that's almost the energy that we need to be moving with. And this is saying that it's really acting upon your will and your passion. It's a very passionate card here. And, you know, they take charge and they move quickly with confidence. You know, if you've got a situation that you're contemplating or going through, this is almost, you know, a situation that may require some immediate or full attention, especially with this wand energy. And it is saying it is time to relax. Well, not relax, but to take action. Sorry. I was looking at this Four of Cups energy here, and, you know, that's what this, you know, you may need to, as far as to taking some time to contemplate and relax in order to move forward. That's what I meant to really say. So don't be afraid to, you know, take some time out if you need to before you take action. So think things through thoroughly, and then once you're very sure of your plans, then move forward with speed and certainty. Now we've got the four energies here. We have air, fire, earth, and water. Now we've got wands in our air. We have swords that are in our fire. But in our earth and our water, we have the major arcana. So I really feel these two being more prominent with everything in here. And, you know, of course, with the Nine of Wands energy, which we've been talking about, which is really pushing through spiritual strength, moving forward with certainty, you got this Three of Wands energy in here too. And this is in our house, when I'm calling it a house, I'm talking the air house. And this position, let's call it a position. And when I'm looking at wand energy in our air position, the Three of Wands is really about waiting for the ship to come in almost. It's partnerships and alliances. So we may be working with other people. We may be working with and communicating, sharing our thoughts and ideas with others. So this is saying also that, we are starting to see the fruits of our labor come in with this card. So maybe you've been waiting and now this ship is actually coming in. I'll show you this card here because you can actually see it. There really is like this person here that's looking over this cliff and seeing the water, and there's the ship. It's coming forward. This can also be communication overseas for some of you. And, this spiritual strength, this moving forward, you may need to get some advice from someone else. But this is a really good time. It's celebrating, it's success. It's that 3 energy. It's, again, that fire and creativity. So you may be working with other individuals here too. It's definitely not a card of rest and relaxation, but it is saying to just keep going with this project that you're pursuing, and it may be time to do that so you can move on to the next one. Now with the fire energy here, we have the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Sword energy, this really is new beginnings as it relates to thoughts and ideas and communication. And if you're wanting to work with a particular archangel this week, Archangel Michael, definitely. And you've got the fire sign with Michael, and the Ace of Swords is Michael's energy. It's got a lot of that decision making and analyzing and giving voice to your thoughts. So this sword energy, it's really aligned with like truth and communication and mental ideas. So it may be time to start taking a look at some of these things. And as it relates to this, I see the Temperance card here, which is the first of the major arcana that we have in our spread here. And the Temperance energy is really about slow and steady movement, but making sure that we have things in balance. Whenever somebody asks me whether or not they should leave their job to go and do this other job that they're considering, I always tell them to take a close look at this card. See how we've got our foot, dipping our foot in the pond, in the pool of water? This is usually an indicator, hey, I still have my other foot on dry land. I'm not leaving one thing to go to another. This might be exploring options, trying some things out part-time before you make the leap, which is the Fool card up here. So this is saying definitely before we make that leap, we want to make sure that things are in balance. This is a slow-moving energy with this card here. And as this relates to emotions, the Temperance card is telling us to just take it very slow and steady this week. All right. You may need to spend some time contemplating to make sure things are in balance before you do actually make a decision as to what you will be doing with this project for this week. But it really is about solutions and coming to terms with them. So this card here is very much about being at the right place at the right time, and it does require patience. And that's the key word with this card here, Temperance, is patience and balance. And especially with this 4 cup and being right near here, meditate. I really feel if you're struggling with coming up with an idea or an answer to your situation, kind of sleep on it, think about it. Meditate over it, and that'll help bring balance into some of these options that we're considering. Okay? But this is very much moderation here. And as it relates to plans, I almost feel like this is, you might really internally feel like, I want to get all of this stuff completed. And that's that fire energy, which is beautiful and wonderful, but at the same time, don't skip over the process. That's this patience, all of this patient energy down here is don't rush through the process just for the sake of getting that project done. Slow it down and take it baby steps, little bite-sized steps, as I call it. And here we've got the Star card, which is, and I'm sorry, I was saying that this was the water sign that's over here. This is our Earth, which would make very much sense with having our foot planted on Earth, on dry land here. So yeah, this is being grounded, okay? Now, with the water over here, here we have the star. And of course, emotionally, I feel with the star, which is number 17 in tarot, again, you've got that water energy, and I see the water being poured out on both. There is very much a balance with this. You've got the water energy over here too, but you have it here, and this is really putting things into balance, and that really is nice to see, really, especially with what we may be going through. Whatever plan that we're working on, I almost feel like we get that, because I love this. To me, whenever I see the star card and the Nine of Cups in a spread, if the person is asking, am I going to get a house? Am I going to find the right person? It is assuredly a yes, definitely. So the star is, and this is Archangel Jophiel energy here, but this is really feeling hopeful. This is wishing upon a star. This is hopes and dreams, happy expectations. So you've got a really good sign here. Emotionally, I think that we're going to be fulfilled. Now, as again, what I really feel with all of the struggle, I won't say struggle, but just kind of the planning with whatever project, we have the Four of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, the project may very well be resources and money. The Four of Pentacles is about, we call this person here the miser, holding on to all of our resources. And oftentimes we have to ask, why is this person holding on so tightly to what they find near and dear to their heart? Maybe it's time we need to do that. Perhaps we've been too giving of our resources, and we needed to be doing more of what this person is doing and holding on to, whatever money comes our way, So for some of you, that is taking a good hard look in this planning stage here of where your money and your resources are going. So, the Four of Pentacle energy is, yeah, it can definitely relate to money, but it can also relate to time. It can relate to other resources, but it's about creating a firm foundation. It's about taking a look at your relationship with your resources, whether it be money, and whether we need to either tighten or loosen the belt of our financial security. And this is about using good judgment. And it may be also this Knight of Wands. This could be a financial advisor for some of you, all right? This can also be if you're finding the money flows too quickly out of your hands into expenses. Well, that is because we've got this Knight of Wands energy. And again, that is an indicator that money may be moving very quickly. So there's going to be, some changes here where we may be asked to do what I call more penny pinching, putting yourself on a budget, or, really promising and creating a plan to pay off a specific debt. And that could be the project that some of you might be working on. Well, those are the messages, everyone, for this week. And I really feel pretty good about this week. It looks good, but we are being asked to just take a look at everything as it relates to our final card here, which is the Four of Pentacles. So, all of this in here is for some of you, and I think most of you, it's going to be regarding your money. This could also be saving up for home, because I do feel like the Four energy is about home. So this can be saving up for some might be repairs for a home. So that's what they're telling me. But it can be done, and it will be done. We just need to really take a look at our resources. But the main thing here is be very patient this week. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed week, and I'll see you next time.